going to investigations with them and getting into it. At first it was kind of fun, but then some of my friends started getting me a little worried about what we might get messed up in, what might happen, any attachments or, negative energies that I might be dealing with. And I started getting a little bit worried about it, and I didn't want to do it anymore. But really what I want to do is help people. So that took all that worry away. I just wanted to help people, whether it be that they were just imagining things because of something else that was going on. I wanted to help them figure that out. Or if they were really having experiences, I wanted to help them figure out why, who it was, and then get rid of it. That's my job. My job is to get rid of it. Let's get it out of here. Now that we know who it is and why they're here, they got to go. I don't like to ever go into an investigation and leave them with the problem. So if I can't help them, I will try to find someone that can. But that's why I've stuck with it. And the more that I've done it, the more I've started getting more, I don't know how to explain it. I can feel it more. Mm-hmm. The energy. I've definitely become very sensitive to the energies. And I can tell, not always maybe, I don't know for sure, because there could be a ghost standing right here in front of me and I don't know it. But when we go out to these places, I can usually feel where something is going on, and I can usually, not always, but usually tell if it's leaning towards a female or if it feels more like it's a man.
Well, that's very specific.
Dustin and I are the same way. I mean, we go into a place, and he and I both can look at each other and say, you know what, I'm not feeling anything here. You know what I mean? I don't feel anything.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But, Michelle was saying she likes to help people. Now, there have been a couple of episodes that we've had that she actually did help someone, and one of them was a place that I really didn't feel like there was anything there, but I was proven wrong later on. Later on in the investigation, and that was really an interesting one too. I mean, that was one where we actually were able to follow this energy around using the K2. Mm-hmm. Moving from spot to spot throughout the house. And this was also one where she and the client were upstairs, and they had a remote thrown across the room at them. I mean,
oh my!
No, it was at me.
That was terrible, yeah.
It was thrown at me. He was on the other side of the room. That it was the energy that was there. It was a man. It was a male. He was getting extremely angry at us for being there, and he knew that our plan, because we talked about, I tried to talk to the client about what we were going to do, and so the spirit was getting angrier and angrier, and this remote that was sitting on a table across the room just flying over, and it went right past me. It almost hit me.
Yeah, I heard it. Dustin and I were downstairs, and we heard it hit the floor, and then shortly after that, they both came tearing down the stairs. Yeah,
well, no, it was him.
Oh, with him, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Don't ever say I took off running. I do not ever take off running, ever.
Yeah, because we were like, what happened? And he explained it to us, and we were like, you left her up there?
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know what I was doing. I got so scared I ran out. And I was like, but she came right down, like,
yeah.
After he's explained himself.
Yeah.
She came down after, and we went upstairs and got a little deeper into what was actually going on.
Right.
And I was amazed that he just took off. He was gone. Which we knew from Michelle's initial walkthrough and conversations with the client that he was pretty scared.
Yeah, he was.
He was worried.
He was, yeah.
The family was worried. They didn't want to be a part of anything that we were doing.
Right.
And, Michelle was, every time we get a phone call or an email or any kind of message, her initial reaction is, we've got to help these people.
Right.
And I'm like, and she's like, she'll send that in the group text and be like, we got to help these people. And I'm like, how are we helping? And then she'll send the information, and I'm like, oh, you're right, we do have to help these people.
Right.
So she was at the forefront of just, we've got to figure out what's going on. And while she's at the forefront of it, she sits upstairs with this guy and has a remote thrown at her, and he bolts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you want to help this guy? And he just left you. And it was a very interesting night, a very active night.
Yeah.
That was the same night that he and I stared at a mailbox for 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
We thought it was moving.
Yep. Watched it walk back and forth across the road. I swear to God, it went from one side, from the roadside to the tree
The
line.
mailbox?
Over and over and over. Yeah. We didn't know it was a mailbox. We were just in awe.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I guess our eyes were playing tricks on us. We were in the middle of the country. There were no lights anywhere.
Right. I mean, we both saw it moving. We were like, "Do you see that? Do you see that? It's walking back to the tree line. Now it's coming back," and it just kept doing it, and it kept doing it, and it kept doing it. It's like, what the hell is that? And eventually, here comes I think it was a patrol car actually. Headlights lit it up, and it was a mailbox.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of our good ones.
So, like, the 60s were good to you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got to go to a break. I am so sorry. But this is 3 minutes, and we will be right back. Thank y'all for joining us, and this is going to just get better, folks. Y'all just hang with us.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama. Since 1948, Fate Magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 23 minutes after the hour. Hello there. Welcome back to Paranormal Experience Radio, where tonight my guests are the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Talk Show peeps, also known as Rural Indiana Paranormal. This is Leah Michelle Poye and Dustin Coffey.
Hey, everybody.
And we're back.
Yay!
So, yay!
Hey.
So,
We seem to be having problems being heard. I hope we're not too soft for everyone. I hope you can hear us. Apologize for that. We're having board problems here.
well, I will equalize everything so the archive will be perfect. So,
Okay, that's awesome.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
it's okay.
I
You
just
know,
had
we
a
can
tech-
always
I
do
just
this
had a
again
tech guy
sometime. I
too.
love talking with you guys.
Absolutely.
We love being guests for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We love hanging out. Just at conventions. I mean,
I know. So, you know, we actually met at Mid-South Paranormal Convention a couple of years ago. And
Right.
I had so much fun getting to know y'all. And then Michelle and I met later was Scarefest the first time we met, Michelle?
Yes, it was Scarefest.
2 years ago? And,
Yep.
you know, it really is a great match of personalities. I think we have so much fun together because we love what we do.
Yeah.
We are all about helping people. And we're all just a little bit off center. So,
Just a little bit.
just a little
Just a
bit.
little, yeah.
very, very good way to describe us
Yeah.
with censorship.
Yeah.
Right?
Just a little bit.
So, well, I
You
like
know,
keeping
the
my
weird
licensing.
people make the best people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, normal is a setting on a dryer, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly.
Well, you know, we are here to talk about y'all. And I want to know how you went from being paranormal investigators to being such a fantastic show.
Well, I don't know. You want to take that?
Well.
And you're
first
going to
off,
have to
thank
yell,
you so
Dustin.
kindly. Well, thank you so kindly for the great reviews on our show. We love putting on a good show for everybody. But Lee had actually been doing artwork for a local radio station that we had here in town that's no longer around.
Right.
And kind of pitched the idea to them several times about having a paranormal roundtable, if you will. And some of the guys that run the station at the time were big into paranormal. And after kicking the idea around a little bit, they decided that it'd be a good idea. And so Lee and I met at the radio station, and we met with another team that was from the area, and we did a couple shows with them, and then they just kind of fell off and never really showed back up or anything like that. And then Lee and I just kind of, with our moderators, just kind of took over as Lee's artwork and Lee's idea for the name of the show and all that. So we just kind of took it over and gave it our own little personality.
Right.
And, you know, from being at the conventions that we've been to and investigating with all the great people we've been fortunate enough to investigate with and the different locations and all that, we were able to put together an amazing guest list. I don't remember how many times you've been on the show, Kat, but I know
I've been on once because of our schedules.
One? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've had Chris Booth and Keith Age and of course the Ames guys. I mean the guest list that we were able to put together was amazing, and it just kind of took a life of its own, and we were kind of on autopilot, rolling through it and having a good time and enjoying ourselves really.
Right. Yeah, when we had the Ames boys on, they crashed the servers twice.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time we had just Wild Bill on.
Yeah.
By himself.
Yeah.
And we crashed the servers, and the internet went down, and all that kind of good stuff at the station. And then we ended up having Wild Bill, Jeff, and Huckleberry.
Wild Bill, Jeff, and Huck. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the three of them on, and during that show they crashed the servers again. So the way they explained it to us, you got to have a couple thousand listeners to crash the servers. So
You do.
it was a really good time. And